Morning coffee. I'm tired of the drama. I'm just trying to live my life, be a good dad, and move forward with my life. Um, the only reason I would post a video like I posted yesterday is because there were some serious allegations towards me that are untrue, unfounded, and potentially could cost me my entire future. So naturally, I'm going to respond accordingly to degrade the character of the other person involved, which unfortunately is the mother of my children. I Yes, I went online first, speaking about how I wasn't going to be treated this way anymore. But she told me that Athena might not be my child. So in between that and things that she was saying about June, I left to protect them. I didn't leave my children because I wanted to abandon them. I left them because I didn't want them to grow up thinking that that was normal, that a relationship like that was normal. And it is my fault. It's my fault because I let her treat me that way. If I didn't agree with her, she would divorce me, and she would she would make me grovel to beg for her not to get a divorce because she knew that I loved my family the most, and my family was my everything. So I'm only on here because, like, everything's public, and I'm an educator. It's really my passion in life, and it's you guys are all watching this all unfold, and it's important that there's some context, there's some truth behind things. I'm not innocent. Like I've called my wife some pretty horrible names, but she was cheating on me, and I was betrayed. She's saying that she cheated on me when we were not married. That's not true because it was a traditional wedding. I paid the bride price. I left for LA, a place that I um, never been to, for her career, and then she was sleeping with other men. So naturally, I was betrayed and hurt. So, um, so she's the fact, and her excuse was that we weren't married because we had a traditional wedding, but there was no legal piece of paperwork. So it is true that she came in on a K-1 visa, fiance visa, because it was easier. It was a strategy because we could have got legally married in Nigeria, um, but it's harder actually to immigrate somebody in on a spousal visa because you're married than it is for a fiance visa. So we decided to wait till she got here and had a wedding here legally, and and all that while I was here living in hostels for her dream, she was with other men. So yeah, I started all of this because I was hurt because the woman that I loved told me that the child in her belly wasn't mine, potentially. So I had to, and put yourself in my position. I delivered that child. I caught her in the pool. You all saw it. You all saw the live. You all saw me in the bloody pool. I didn't know until the moment that I saw her face that that child was mine. So, yeah. The only reason I'm talking about this is I have no desire to fight. I have no desire to do anything other than co-parent in peace for my kids. My kids are going to grow up learning of this stuff, and I just kills me inside. It didn't have to be this way. It didn't have to do this. Um, the only reason that I'm even talking about this now is because I have been accused of beating my children. I've been accused of beating her, and that's not true. And that's already played out in court, and it's perjury. It's a felony. It's 3 years in prison. So if she doesn't shut her mouth, I'm going to be pressing charges, and she's going to be in an orange suit in prison because that's perjury. You can't say that kind of stuff about people, especially doctors in the United States, without there being consequences. Yeah, my kids will grow up seeing this, and I'm making sure that there's an account of my side of the story, because if the internet never forgets, as everyone always reminds me, and I love my kids dearly, and I loved Korra dearly. I did. All the horrible things that happened, all the horrible betrayals that happened to me. I was a lovesick puppy that kept just putting up with the toxicity, the lies, the cheating, everything else. Um, and the more and more I find out about her and what she was doing to me, um, um, yeah. No, she did. She said my kids came back with bruises, which is basically accusing me of child abuse. Um, that's I would never. I don't. I would never spank my children. I would never hit my children. I love my children dearly. It's amazing on here. I want them brought up with morals and respect. That's right, because I'm standing up for what's right now. There's some allegations made against me that are not true, and because they're not true, my my lawyer even told me to stand up for myself. So I'm telling you they're not true. And if they were true, I wouldn't have the kids. I wouldn't have the kids Monday through Wednesday. If she wants to block that, you know, that's her choice. But it's not gonna be good for her in court. So in general, we need to stop fighting. I'm not trying to fight with her. If she wants to continue to put out false allegations and lies against my character, especially when it's related to domestic violence, I will continue to have to react accordingly to discredit her character as a human. Um, Women don't cheat when they're pregnant. That's just not natural. That's not normal. That's that's risky behavior. That's just not okay. You know. So those of you that are supporting her, um, you're supporting a woman that is that commits adultery while carrying a man's child. That's what you're supporting. I'm not innocent. Please don't support me. But if you're supporting her, you're supporting that you find that behavior acceptable. So I'm, yeah, she was silent because she knew what she was going to say was a lie. Now she's not silent and she's lying. You can prove that she's lying. I've already proven it in court. And I don't want to fight. So I hope she watches this video. I'm not trying to fight. If she does something that makes me react because I have to defend my character, my livelihood, which I have text messages of her showing, of saying that she is going to make sure that I never work again. She has threatened me, blackmail, on several occasions. So I'm, I don't want, I don't want to fight. I'm not trying to fight. I haven't said anything negative about her since a month ago. Literally a month ago, I had not said. I even wished her a happy Mother's Day and everything else. And I've been teaching you guys how to fix pain, and now I'm educating you on a real life story of how how social media makes you think one thing, and there's another thing, entirely another thing is true. So if silence is mature, why are you supporting her now? Because she's not being silent, you know? I never said anything false. When I apologized about her cheating, chronic cheating, I said she cheated at the beginning of the marriage, after our traditional wedding, after I paid her bride price. But then I didn't have any proof or knowledge for sure of anything else after that. And then after I left her, all this evidence started pouring into me about people telling me these stories and showing me proof. So I don't care now that she cheated. I don't care. Like I'm trying to put my kids first. Like what happened in the marriage is so irrelevant now. I don't care. What I care about is the kids. And her continually bashing me online, saying despicable lies, is affecting the kids. I'm responding to a person that's making allegations against my character and showing people what her character is. I'm not innocent. I have called her names, just like any man would be that is supporting, loving, and taking care of a pregnant woman, knowing that the baby might not be yours. Do you understand the emotional trauma that put me through? Ah, so I'm not being a victim. I'm speaking. I'm just. I'm just defending myself against horrendous allegations, and just like Johnny Depp is, and look what happened there. Okay, this is not any different. In fact, when I take her to court, I'll try to make sure it's televised so you guys can see all the evidence. So you can see everything. Um, because not because I don't wish ill upon Korra. I don't wish ill upon anyone. I want to move on with my life in a peaceful, kind, loving manner. There was a point where with Korra where we were talking. They're like, okay, we can be best friends. Like we can actually just be friends and enjoy our lives together, like and co-parent in peace. And then she switched from Dr. Jekyll to Mr. Hyde. And then the very next day, she went online and started trashing me again. So, at, at every single point here, I have attempted to make peace. Yes, am I the first person to come out? Yes, I was. I was hurt. I didn't know if the child, like, it's pretty traumatizing, you know what I'm saying? 5 years of paying bills, supporting a woman, and her hopes, dreams, connecting her to my network, and then the child may not be mine. Do you understand the level of betrayal that is? It's really hurtful, and what you guys saw was me emotionally breaking down, just like any human being. Unfortunately, I have a social media family, and the only way that I could get through to her is um, to go on social media to get her to stop treating June terribly. So, like I'm I'm tired of this stuff. I'm tired. One second. Yeah. So, yeah. Here's my official statement on my marriage and everything else. And I don't really want to say anything about it again. Dealing with all your guys' hate, toxicity, and negativity, and dealing with all this social media drama is easier than being married to her. Let that sink in, please. I didn't have a mistress. I had a friend. Okay? We all went out together and we partied a lot. Would she kiss me on the forehead? Absolutely. She had a crush on me. You know, we were friends. I talked to her, and actually, Cora actually went and visited one of the other people I was hanging out with, a guy that played the professional violinist, and we went to Pittsburgh. And you can see pictures with us with him. He was part of that group. So I made friends down there, and I keep contact with my friends. If you become friends with me, I don't I value the friendship, and I keep in contact with you. So I'm a manipulator because I'm telling you the truth. Wow. Um, for all you Nigerian women following me, supporting Korra, what would your Nigerian husband do to you if you cheated on him and you told him that the child may not be his? I called her some names. What do you think would happen in Africa? So I don't I don't really want to do this. I don't really want to fight. I don't even want this to be what my legacy is. And I'm probably only talking now because this video is probably going to make $3,000 that I'm going to pay to a lawyer. It's sad. It's sad. Act like a man. So, unless she keeps talking, I have no desire to talk about this. If she keeps making attacks on my character, specifically about the abuse allegations and other things, then I will continue to talk. Because I will show the world exactly what she's trying to show about me, except I have proof, I have evidence. I don't want any of that to come out. But now I had to prove that the person that is making allegations against me is not an honest person themselves. Am I completely innocent? No. No, I'm not. I've made mistakes in this marriage. I've made mistakes in this life. And sometimes I wasn't the best of husbands. I worked a lot. I traveled a lot. I really did everything I could to get us to the level that we are. And, um, this is what I have to show for it, honestly. Um, Look, you guys are getting to understand something. And I'm going to say this so that maybe you guys can understand. I, why did I go, why did I go public with me divorcing Cora? I'll tell you why. I was in love with her. I'm an old country boy where I really don't believe in divorce. I didn't want divorce. Um, and she was constantly trying to push it forward. She was constantly always using divorce as a means to control me because she knew that it affected me. It was a button. It was a trigger, and it would make me upset. So me going to social media was the only way that I wouldn't go back to her. It was the only way that I could make sure that I could burn that bridge to not go back to her. Because I divorced her and she was asking for me back. Even after the social media stuff, and Nancy was trying to convince her to come back to me. She bought me a cake and everything else, and I just couldn't do it because it's not a healthy relationship and it's not something that I wanted my kids to be exposed to. And my kids are going to suffer for this. So so everything she's doing to try to make my character, putting money in my account without telling me so that I look like I'm stealing from her, these cheating allegations, which at this point, who cares who cheated? It doesn't matter. It's not relevant to the kids. Like, all that matters truly is putting the kids first. And I've been trying to do that. Yes, I failed at first. Um, and I have acknowledged that on several um, instances, but I haven't been saying anything bad about her at all. Okay? And in a month, I haven't said anything. You guys are all and and now Nancy and Korra are just like teaming together and scheming. Let the games begin. I'm not playing games. I want my kids to grow up in a happy, healthy home. How is this possible when they're planning like middle school girls on how to make a man look bad? Okay? And that's just not fair. I made Cora quit her job in China. She was making $2,500 a month. I fell in love with her, believed in her, and I thought that she had 40,000 followers at the time. I made her quit her job. I paid off her debts to her brother-in-law's brother. So her brother-in-law, uh, Nancy's husband's brother, Chris, and I paid off her debts so that she could roam the streets with me and film content. The whole idea that she was making money, Cora went to China because she was broke. She had no money, and her career wasn't going anywhere. So I believed in her. She said, like, look back at her video. She's like, he was living in a penthouse apartment downtown, right? And so I believed in this woman for years. And she tried to get jobs. She wanted to work at Postmates. She wanted to sell jeans. And I blocked her getting jobs all the time because I was like, if you go work a 40-hour work week, you're going to make minimum wage, which is not that much money, and you're not going to have enough time, energy to be a mother and also pursue your dreams. So I told her not to get a job. I paid every bill up until 4 months ago. So and honestly, like as soon as she started making money, I'm not jealous. I'm happy because she can support the kids without me. I'm still going to support the kids, obviously financially, but like she is financially independent for the first time in her life. She's 30 years old. It says on Wikipedia she's 27. She wants you all to believe she's like this mid-20s girl, but she's not. She's 30. She's going to be 31 in June. June 23rd. She'll be 31 years old. So, I mean, yeah, these all should be said in court. Unfortunately, she had some allegations against me that are false. She has no proof. If she does, bring them forward because I have never seen them because they never occurred. And so, yeah, but no, we both need to make money. There's no crime here. I mean, It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that I'm incentivized to tell you about my personal life with 11,000 people on here. I'm going to make $3,000 from this video. Not bragging. I'm actually disgusted by it. It makes me feel a little bit dirty inside that my family drama is making me a fortune, a small fortune. It's it's equivalent to what I make as a doctor, charging $300 an hour. It's sort of insane, and I'm incentivized, and so is she, to keep coming forward and all this stuff, and like keep talking drama. It's it's sad. I was fully booked with patients. I've treated 10 patients on Thursday. On Friday, I actually canceled patients because of all this stuff. So I saw five before all this drama started, and I'm going to see five today. So, yes, I did start at first, but I haven't participated in a month, and I do not want to fight. So if she wants to continue bringing forth stuff, then I'm going to have to react. I'm not threatening. It's like, if you're going to make allegations against my character that affects my professional career forever, I'm going to have to say the truth. So, yeah. And I'm going to say two statements that I want you guys to really take home. Those of you that are here defending Korra, you're defending a woman that cheats while pregnant. That's what you're defending. Okay? Secondly, all of this negativity, everything that I'm dealing with from you guys, is easier than being married to her. My family is proud of me. So I never said Athena was a mistake. I never said any of my children are a mistake. And in fact, at the end of this, I don't regret a single day. I don't regret a single moment with Clara because I have my children, my beautiful children that I love and adore. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. All this private stuff should stay private. But I have a person actively trying to destroy my career. And this is all premeditated. This is a plan. She's working a plan. I'm not. I'm reacting. Okay? No, it wasn't before marriage. She cheated on me with Joe Sirac after I paid her bride price. My mother flew to Nigeria for her wedding. And I can show you dates of text messages if that's really what you want. But there's a whole lot more to this story than you guys even know. And there's a whole lot more that I can do to damage her character. No desire. So I'm making this video so that you guys report back to her. You guys are going to screen record this, send this to her, and let her know that put the kids first. Um, yeah. Again, it's amazing. It's amazing how many of you, if I was your brother, is this what you'd be saying? Would you be criticizing your own brother for going through the situation that I'm in? Exactly. Exactly. Coroner fans do not understand the laws of America. Right now, legally, she is digging herself into a big hole that she's not going to be able to climb out of. If she wants to lose the children, this is how you do it. I want to co-parent in peace. But she's making me react. She's making me have to um, take legal action against her. If you want the evidence, check Instablog. It's there. How did I get that evidence? Well, this girl was engaged to the guy in the text message string with Korra. She snooped through his phone, screenshot the conversation, sent it to herself, and then ended the engagement because of that. Okay, cancel me, please. Cancel me. Cancel culture, cancel me. Everyone unfollow me if you're not interested in the educational topics that I have. Just unfollow me. If you don't want to learn about how to fix your back pain, if you don't want to learn about the things that I have expertise in, then unfollow me. I'm encouraging you all to unfollow me. Because as I see your malicious, racist comments, I will be blocking you. Uh, honestly, honestly, honestly. I'm going to say this again. Dealing with all your guys' negativity and drama is still easier than being married to her. That's how toxic my house was. You know, all you say that I'm a disappointment to my family just shows that you don't understand anybody's culture but your own. I've been to the village. I've drove from Delta State to Lagos. I've been to many villages. I understand your culture to the best of my ability. I spent nearly 10 months of my life in Nigeria. I understand it. I can understand pidgin English, broken English. I can't speak it, but I understand it. So this is all I have to say on this matter. And unless they continue, I'm done. I don't want to fight. I don't want to. If they continue to make false allegations against my character, then I will be forced to prove the character flaws in the individual that are true and provable. What she's saying is just like, yeah. You know, everyone says be a real man. Your idea of being a real man is to suffer in silence, and when women mistreat you, you just say nothing, and you just go on with your life. That's not being a man. That's being abused. And if you expect men to behave that way, just take abuse, and you're never, and they can never speak about it, that's why they cheat. If you don't want a man to cheat, treat him right. That's why they cheat. That's why men cheat. When you have the mentality that men need to be strong individuals that can just withstand abuse, and no matter what's done to them, they never speak out, that's why all Nigerian men cheat. And I'm not trying to be insulting, not all of them, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if you have that general mentality towards men, and I know that most of you on here commenting are women, if you treat men that way, don't expect them to be faithful. I'm facing this mess. I'm facing this mess. So, like, my message to you, Korra, is I know you're watching this. Why are you doing this? How are you putting our kids first? I'm sorry I went to the internet to announce our divorce. That was my mistake. That was my bad, honestly. But if you don't start putting the kids first,
the state of California will force you to. So, yeah. If you guys, if you guys want to know my life, watch the Johnny Depp trial.